Thank you very much. This is an extraordinary honor, and on behalf of everybody at Northwell Health, I thank you so much. I also want to say a special congratulations to Vicky Bean, my co-honoree here tonight, for all of the great work that she does and has done in the past and is doing today. And I want to especially say a special welcome to all of you for being here and taking a few moments out of your very busy schedule in support of an extraordinary organization that does extraordinary things. You know, tonight is a special night because in a world where there is a growing sense of negativity and division and disunity, we tonight, if we're searching for the opposite, which I believe everybody here is doing, searching for the opposite, which is hope, optimism, positive sense of community, something to cheer about, something to celebrate, we find it in the work of breaking ground. We find it in the commitment of their leadership, in the compassion of their outreach workers that are out in the streets tonight, helping people in difficult circumstances. We find it in the lives that they have saved and the lives that they have restored. We find it in the history of accomplishment over these many years. And we find it in their unmatched understanding of the complexity of homelessness. The fact that, yes, housing is a big problem and housing is a huge need, but as was recognized and stated by Brenda earlier, it's not just only housing, it's housing with other services. And this issue that we're here tonight to discuss, and all of you here, I know, would agree that it impacts us all. It changes our perspective. It allows us, as we sit here in grandeur, to reflect on how fortunate we are, on our own circumstance, on how lucky we are. It helps us to think about what we should be doing better. Inspires us to learn more, understand more, appreciate the difficulties of people who tonight, not far from here, are living on the street. And it rekindles our desire as we leave here to do more. It's just not about tonight and tonight only. It's about tomorrow, tomorrow night, and all the nights to come. I know a little bit about this issue because, as was indicated by Phil, as head of Health and Human Services for the state of New York under Mario Cuomo, I had oversight responsibility for all homelessness in the state. I've spent times in the emergency shelters, in the crack houses, in helping the combination of the city and the state combine years ago in the New York program, building affordable housing. I've spoken and been with numerous homeless people, spoken to the families, spoken to the individuals. So it's important, and all of you here know, you know the statistics. You hear about it, you read about it, but keep in mind that the statistics is just one part of it, because behind every statistic is a human being, a person, with feelings, with cares, with needs. So who are they? Just for a second, let's think. There are people who are working but can't make enough to live. There are families with small children. There are children without families. There are veterans. There are elderly people. There are some who were once successful. I've come across people in homeless shelters who were successful, like people here tonight, but through circumstances, however complex, decide and find that they're on the street. And there are people who are displaced by what all of us would consider progress. As we expand, as we gentrify, as we build, as we move forward, we displace people. It's important for us to remind, as we progress and we promote progress as we define it, that on too many occasions we displace people from their homes, which forces us to ask, what's our responsibility in that regard? And the homeless are our neighbors. They live around us, near where we work, not too far from where we live. So it's very, very important how we perceive this, how we look at it. You know, the author and the poet David Thoreau said, you know, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. So as you walk the streets tonight, invariably you will come across somebody who's in a circumstance so different from ours. Just don't look at them. Ask yourself, what do you see? And if you see things differently, you'll ask yourself the question, how can I make a difference? How can I educate myself more, learn more, understand more? And so by looking at things differently, helping to change our perspective and that of our neighbors and friends, we can make a difference. And by making a difference, we're breaking ground. Thank you so much.